Everybody's seen America's Funniest Home Videos where there's the guy or the kid that's during the vows he ends up passing out and falling on the floor. Well, that was me. That happened when I was a kid, and every time I get in front of a group I think, hold it together. So did that in my grade 8 grad too. So, but anyways, my name is Kevin Talon. I've been with the Sea Lamprey Control Center for quite a while, but the Lower Lakes Assessment and Lake Ontario is new to me, so this is very exciting. I'm glad to be here. I'm going to talk a little about the targets. I'm going to touch again on what Brian was mentioning about some of the wounding, drive that home. Some of the program highlights in 2014, lampricide control, alternative control, specifically barriers, larval assessment, and adult assessment. Also, I'll quickly touch on some of the plans for 2015. Targets, again, these are the primary metrics in which we gauge the success of our program, and the target, the abundance, lake-wide abundance target is based on a 5-year average when wounding rates were tolerable, and this was from during 93 to 97. The adult abundance target in 2014 is just over 34,000 plus or minus 10,000 lampreys. And again, the wounding target is less than 2 A1 or fresh marks per 100 lake trout, larger than 431 millimeters or 17 inches. So, so my dates, the years are a little skewed there, but you can see we're on the second year of a downward trend. So it's a preliminary number, but I believe the 2014 number was 1.7 wounds. The lake-wide estimate for 2014 is 19,428, which is good. We're in good shape. We're below the lower bound of the confidence limit. The target again, 34,200, and we got a 5-year average of 30,513. Again, talk about some of the program highlights. Lampricide control in 2014. We had successful lampricide applications in 10 tributaries, 6 US and 4 in Canada. Here's a little spatial distribution map of the treatments. At the Credit River, Bowmanville Creek, Grafton Creek, Colburn Creek, and on the US side, Lindsay Creek, and Trout, Orwell, and Beaver Dam Brook on the Salmon River, Little Salmon River, 9 Mile Creek, Sandy Creek, and Marsh Creek, tributary to Oak Orchard. We did some surveys in 2014, and we were able to jump on the Credit River and get a treatment in based on the 2014 surveys. So we're able to prevent any escapement to the lake in 2014. This was previously scheduled as an expert judgment stream for 2015. Orwell Brook was treated for the second time since the construction of the barrier in 2012, and we were able to get in there and we did some post-treatment evaluations, and we didn't find any residuals or any sign of recruitment. And this photo, I think, is a secondary lampricide application in one of the impounded areas above the dam. So you can see it's a challenge to get an effective treatment up there. So barriers in 2014, routine maintenance, spring startup, and the safety inspections on 11 barriers, 2 US, 9 in Canada. Repairs or improvements were performed on Orwell and 2 Canadian barriers, Graham and Coburg Creek. Continuing, an investigation underway on Duffins Creek to improve the safety around the dam while restoring the sea lamprey control function. This, from what I understand, this barrier in particular has been been sporadic in preventing upstream migration. Also, new stop logs were installed in the Streetsville Dam, Fishway on Credit River, and they also identified some potential routes of escapement through the main crest and sealed them in 2014. Also, a retrofit trap associated with the new Fishway in Bowmanville was completed and operational. Larval assessment activities are conducted on 49 tributaries. We did 34 500 square meter survey plots in the upper and lower Niagara River. Not a whole lot found there. We only 4 larval sea lampreys were collected in the lower river, and I believe we caught another 4 American brook lampreys in the upper river. And clearly this is not a sea lamprey, but it was one of the most interesting things to me that for me that happened on the Niagara. I'd run across some gobies in the lower Lake Huron tributaries, but nothing of this size. Someone's gonna have to tell me whether this is common. It's just a monster of a goby, very black. Also, there was production potential surveys conducted on the Humber River. These surveys, these studies typically done to see what the potential is in the event of a dam failure. Preliminary results of this study suggest that both the main and east branch of the Humber could support healthy populations. That's based on habitat evaluations and using native lamprey as a surrogate for sea lamprey densities. Adult assessment, almost 4,000 adults captured from 10 tributaries for the estimated lake-wide population, as I mentioned, of 19,482. This is 33% lower and as I said, below the target abundance. So we're definitely going in the right direction. And I'll touch quickly on some of the plans for 2015. We're planning 16 lampricide treatments, and these are either based on our ranking based on cost per kill of large larvae greater than or equal than 100 millimeters, or as expert judgment streams, which are streams that typically have a regular treatment cycle and regularly recruit. And this is the list. You got the Little Rouge River, which will be the only branch treated on the Rouge this year. Duffins, Lind, Oshawa, Farwell, Wilmot, Salem, Proctors, Mayhew Creek trib to the Trent River. And on the US side, we'll be treating the Black River, and we'll also be treating the Lentic area for the first time. Snake, Catfish, 8 Mile, Sterling Creek, Red Creek, and Sodas Creek. And again, a look at the spatial distribution of these streams. Routine maintenance and operation planned for all barriers in 2015. Trapping will be conducted on 5 index streams. These are the Humber, Duffins, Bowmanville, Sterling, and Black. Also, Cobourg, Salmon, and Orwell will also be trapped as non-index streams in 2015. And larval assessments are planned for 99. So it's going to be a pretty tough year for larval assessment, but we want to make sure that we're comprehensive and making sure there's no escapement into the lake. So we'll be looking at a lot of streams that typically are on a routine cycle every 10 years. In summary, glad to be here